Yeah, well, I guess we can look ahead. We'll start with those college games if you want. Notre Dame, Penn State. What do
Hmm.
you think about that? Notre Dame, by the way, you got to give credit to the winner there. Marcus Freeman said this yesterday. He's taking Notre Dame ahead of where Brian Kelly did. You know, Brian Kelly took them to a level, got them to a championship game. They got smoked. They could play 3.5 quarters with the Georgia, with the Brian Kelly. But this guy gets them over the top. They beat Georgia. They beat A&M at A&M. Can they beat Penn State now? Can they win 2 big games in a row? What do you think about that game coming up next Thursday? Kind of a weird schedule, ain't it?
Yeah, January 9th,
Should be
7:30.
Saturday, but these guys just – the NFL playoffs are next Saturday, so that's probably what it is.
And that's an Orange Bowl too, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Let me double check. I can double check.
Yeah, it's at 7:30. Look, this game's gonna be a lot closer than I think than we're gonna anticipate. You're talking about two teams that have just been rolling the last few weeks, and I don't think the break has affected them at all. Both of these teams, and you're gonna look at this game is gonna. I feel like it's gonna be 32-29.
Mm-hmm.
And
who do you like to win?
I feel like it'd be either team to win that, but I'll go ahead and pick a team. I think Penn State will rough them out by
Orange Bowl, Miami. Yeah. So you're liking Penn State too?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm looking at. You know,
the defense is rolling, man. I like what I'm seeing.
You know, Notre Dame is a slight favorite. They've had a great season, other than that one awful hiccup after their A&M, that Northern Illinois loss. But that was after a big emotional win, just like they had yesterday. Now they've got another big emotional game against a team that is really good on defense. It was just a 7-point game against Penn State and Ohio State. I'm like you. I don't think they could do that 2 weeks in a row. People saying that's the biggest win in 30 years, comparing him to Lou Holtz. And I mean, Notre Dame's hearing all this stuff, man. You know, and I like Notre Dame. But Penn State they had 2 days extra rest, and they thumped Boise State like you would flip a booger off of your finger there. You know, these guys had to go against Georgia last week. I do like Riley Leonard, but I think this Aller guy, he's going to play well. And this is going to be a really good game, man. 23-17, I like Penn State. Notre Dame's offense is nothing exciting. You know, it's just kind of run around, get the ball to the running back in the flat, or Riley Leonard throw a short pass, or he runs for a few yards. That's all their offense is. I mean, they're not, but they have a really good defense. And they're physical, but that's what Penn State's used to that. Right. They play Michigan. They play Ohio State. You know?
Yeah, I see Notre Dame's team even scoring off of their defense. Actually, like, you know, I say that score not because I feel like they're an offensive power, because they're not. But these two defenses, they're both going to score. I think, you know, they're going to get both going to get 7 points. So that puts them back at 0 if you're looking at
and James Franklin, for all the criticisms, it would put James Franklin in the national championship game. You know,
Ohio State versus Penn State. Oh God.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know if that would be great or not. Ohio State, Texas. This might be the national championship game if you really think about it.
Yeah.
Played next Friday. I've been debating whether maybe we should do the show early, because it's going to be at 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern. Maybe we can do it at 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern. But I'll figure out something.
Where are you watching it, Chief? I'll go down there and we'll make a trip for it. Where are you watching the game at?
Either way, or we could just start it at 7 and just not tell nobody to say it, because I usually record it anyways. And it ain't going to be over with at 8 o'clock, 8 Central or 9 o'clock Eastern, because these games go 4 hours.
These games are long, man. The commercials are long, too.
The commercials are long. Everything's one big money ground. This game is going to be played in Dallas, the Cotton Bowl, which is really Jerry's World, which is it kind of feels like a home game for Texas playing in Dallas like that in Dallas Stadium. But I think maybe Arch Manning could take a few snaps in this game. That being said, man, I love the way Ohio State's playing. I picked them to win the national championship over Georgia. I knew Texas would be in there somewhere. I'm thinking this is a pretty high-scoring game. Ohio State is slight favorites. What are we talking? 5.5 points from Ohio State. Texas will give them some punchback. 34-30, Ohio State wins. What do you think about Ohio State, Texas? Could be a high-scoring game with that fast track in Dallas.
Yeah, it might be another 40-burger. I think Ohio State is going to go more than 30 points, and Texas is going to be trying to catch up the whole night. So, you might see, like 30-27, something like that. Like, I don't think it's a 5 points. I think it's going to be less.
So you're saying that this is you like Ohio State or Texas?
I'm saying Ohio State is going to win.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of either of them, but I'm not a fan of how Texas has been playing the last two quarters, nonchalantly like that for the last 6 weeks.
So that's not undesirable national championship, Ohio State and Penn State.
Yeah. So
that's a pro Big Ten. That's all Big Ten, though.
That's Big Ten. Sad not to see it, the SEC represent, but they haven't been strong or consistent this year. Alabama leaving is a big hit. I said that from the beginning of the school year.
Yeah, they fired their defensive coordinator today.
They just fired.
Or it might have been earlier this week.
So, but yeah, I think what I say 32 to and maybe 40 to 30, 32, something like that.
Then you like in a favor of Ohio. I said 34-30 Ohio State.
40,
either way, we got Ohio State winning.
Yeah.
Gonna be a fun game.
I think
probably the winner of this will probably win the national championship.